Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's hard level puzzle, and it's called a Modular Midloop by Yitrio. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. Digits separated by a black dot have a ratio of 2 to 1. Not all possible dots are necessarily given. So, for example, if this were a 3, this would have to be a 2 or a 4 to be consecutive with it. And if this were a 2, this would have to be a 1 or a 4 to maintain the 1 to 2 ratio between them. And that's how, and these are called Kropke dots, and that's how Kropke dots are work. Okay, mid loop. Draw a single one cell wide loop of orthogonally connected cells into the grid that does not branch or enter any cell more than once. The loop must pass through all given dots, and all given dots must be in the middle of a straight loop segment. That is the distance from a dot to the next turn along the loop must be identical in both directions. Okay, so we can draw this loop. Well, probably the best one is here. So basically, we can the loop has to cross through all the dots, right? And one aspect of it is that it has to. So this is an example of a possible loop. It cannot branch again, and you cannot, and it cannot enter a cell more than once. Well, that would be branching then too, wouldn't it? Anyways, the loop must pass through all the dots, so therefore this loop does pass through all the dots, so this could be valid. And all given dots must be the middle of a straight loop segment. So I tried to okay, this one doesn't work. Okay, so this one breaks because this dot is not the center of a straight loop of a straight loop segment, right? You have 2 on this side, but you have 4 on that side. Every other dot, I think I did constrain it correctly. So therefore, this is in the middle of this segment. This is in the middle of this segment. This is in the middle of that segment. This is in the middle of that segment. This is the middle of that segment. This is in the middle of that segment, and this is the middle of that segment. So yeah, therefore we have... Oh, that actually gives a very interesting information to me. Anyways, every dot is on the loop, and they must be the center of a straight loop segment. And the loop acts as a modular line, which is each set of 3 adjacent digits along the loop must be 1 each from the sets 147, 258, or 369. And if you look at your keyboard, if you have a keypad with numeric keyboard, you can see that if you divide it by columns, you'll have 147 in one column, you'll have 258 in the next column, and then you have 369 in the last column, right? Actually, that's 147, 258, or 369, right? And that's how you can figure out the modularity, right? And it's basically 1 mod 3, 2 mod 3, or 0 mod 3. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where which one corresponds with which. And every 3 set of adjacent digits on this loop has to have one of each set of 1 mod 3, 2 mod 3, or 0 mod 3. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so the thing that I noticed was in each of these cells, you can only have at most 3 on each side. Therefore, this has to be either 3 on each side, or 2 on each side, or 1 on each side. And the problem is, if you have two sets of equal ones, right? So say this is 3, and then this is 3, right? How do you connect them? Well, that doesn't work, right? You can't actually connect them that way. Because this obviously would have to go here. But what about this one, right? I guess you could continue here and then here. But then the problem is, where does this go? It has to extend that way, which breaks this, essentially the dot being in the center of a line. So they have to be of varying lengths. And I think they specifically have to be 3, 2, and 1, right? Actually, no, it can't be 3, 2, and 1. So if we tried to have 3, 2, and 1, so this is 3, this is 2, this is 1, the problem is this goes that way. Oh, I guess you could have something like that. This would obviously go that way. What other patterns can you make, right? So we obviously have a problem if we have 3 and 3 here, right? Okay, well, we really have a problem if we have 3 and 3 here, right? Because this connects that way, and then this is a small loop, but then that's not one large loop, right? This loop doesn't go through all the digits, all the dots. So that doesn't work if that's 3 and 3. If this is 3, so that doesn't work for any of these sets, right? If no matter if it's 2 or 1, if these are the same length, that would not work, right? What about if these are the same length, right? The problem is this must go up and this must go up. The problem is, how does whatever is going through here connect, right? It's blocked by essentially all of these, so it can't connect to the loop in any of these cells. And if it just connects to here, obviously it doesn't work. So it has to be different length than the one above it, but then it still can't connect to the loop, right? It could only go down here, which breaks, which means that branches. So that doesn't work. Even if we try 1 and 1 or whatever on this, it has to go that way, which means this one connects that way, and then that creates a problem there. What about 2 and 2? If we have 2 and 2 here, this has to go here. What about this? This either connects here, which means this would form a loop by itself, but it wouldn't go through all the dots, or it would go here, which means this would branch, which doesn't work. So this first dot in row 1 cannot be the same length as the dots in as the length in rows 2 and rows 3. What about if we have row 2 and row 3 be the same length, right? The problem is this would then have to either go, one of these would at least have to go up, right? Which means it would have to connect with the loop here, which would mean this is also the same length. So that doesn't work, right? If these are the same length, you have a similar problem, right? You cannot have both going down because that would form a loop, but that doesn't go through all the cells. So you would have to go up, which means that would have to connect this way. Because if it went this way, say it tried to go this way, right? Then the problem is this becomes essentially a one length segment, which branches from the loop. So that doesn't work that way. It must connect that way, but then the problem is that it would have to connect here again, which doesn't work. So therefore, none of these 3 dots can have the same length. The question is, can you have like something like this? Is the question. Well, this doesn't work because this specifically then has to go down, and therefore it branches. So this one always has to be greater than this one, right? So then let's try this. So say it went this way. Well, this would have to branch down, this would have to branch down, and then the problem is this, where does this connect to on the loop? This would branch that way, so that doesn't work. And this, going this way, would create a loop, which doesn't go through all the dots. So you cannot have, therefore, this cannot be length 2, length 1, and length 3. It has to be this way. It has to go from the largest to the smallest, right? Then this one we know specifically has to go down. This one also we know has to go down, and this one also we know has to go down. So this is the only possibility that actually does work. Okay. Huh. So what about this cell? It could either extend, in which case it would have to extend further. That seems possible. What if it connected here? Then this would have to go down here. This would have to go here. That seems fine also. Hmm. Yeah, that seems fine too. So this one, okay, so each one of these can be a certain amount, right? This is at most 2, either way, or it could be 1. This could be a full 3 here, and this is also 2 at most. One thing we know is in any 1 to 2 relationship, in any 2 cells that are separated by a Kropke dot, what you cannot have is 3 and 6 to be along that Kropke dot, right? Because those 3 and 6 are of the same modularity. It's 0 mod 3, whichever way. So you would have 2 cells on this cell then, which would have the same modularity next to each other, and therefore a set of 3 would not have 1 from each modularity. Therefore, this can never have a 3 and 6 between the black Kropke dots. Therefore, these must be 1, 2, 4, and 8. And this must be 1, 2, 4, and 8. And this must be 1, 2, 4, and 8. So this is also 1, 2, 4, and 8. We know that, so we have a 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple in row 9, which eliminates 1, 2, 4, and 8 from the rest of the row. So therefore, this is 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. So one of these is 1 and 2, and one of these is 4 and 8. One thing you cannot have is these cannot be part of the same segment, though. Oh, this one must continue down, at least. This one could go like that. That's fine. But we know this one continues down. It could connect that way. So either way, this connects either this way or it connects here. It has to connect to one of those two. So if we connect this way, that means this has to extend twice. This has to go all the way around here to here, and it could connect this way. And in fact, it probably has to. Well, not necessarily, but um, hmm. If it connects that way, it's possible it connects something like this too. That's possible. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know if I should start just coloring randomly. Well, maybe we try it. This is green, this is pink, this is orange. Along a modular line where you have it alternating between, you have to have one of each set of 3 digits must have one of each modularity. We know these two are the same exact modularity. So what's it missing from this set of 3? It must be green, right? Similarly, we're missing orange from this set of modularity. Therefore, it's orange. We'll always alternate 1, 2, and 3 that way, right? If that's the case. So this would be green, orange, red, or green, orange, pink. Therefore, every third digit must be the same set. So this must be green, right? Because we're missing green from this set of 3. This must be orange. This must be pink. Okay. Um, hmm. What happens if it connects this way, if that's the case? Then this becomes green. This is orange. This would then be pink. Right? Every third. Yeah, every third. So this would be green, orange, and pink. Hmm. You would know that this could not be green or orange, or it cannot be pink or orange, so this would have to be green. That I think works. Hmm. This would be pink or orange, this would be pink or orange. That seems okay. What would that make this then? This would have to be 1 and 4 specifically, and then this would be... Oh, this doesn't work. Right, okay, so we tried doing that. We tried connecting this, right? that would force this to be, again, green. Then this would be orange because it's 3 away. And then this would be pink. Then this would be green, again, because that's 3 away. This would be orange, and this would be pink. But the problem is, these two have to be different digits, right? So therefore, it has to be either 1, 4 or it's 2, 8. But the problem is that um, these are different sets. And if so, say this was 1 and 4 specifically, it would have to be with 2 and 8 also specifically, because obviously 1 and 4 have to be cannot be in a 1-2 relationship. 1 cannot be in a 1-2 relationship with 4, and then 4 cannot be in a 1-2 relationship with 1, right? So the problem is these both become 1 and 4, therefore this has to be 2 and 8, but 2 and 8 are the same modularity also. And if you could do it the other way too. You could have these two be 2 and 8, but then they would have to be specifically with 1 and 4, and those would also be of the same set of modularity. So this cannot actually work if it connects this way. Therefore, we know then this specifically has to go this way, which means we have to go at least 3 this way in this direction. And this one must extend all the way down here. So then this would be green, orange, pink. This would be green. So the way that this works then is this is green and this is orange. These two can never be pink, right? Because pink is one of these is 1 and 2, right? 1 modulo 3 and 2 modulo 3. And then you have 4 and 8 possible or 2 and 4 possible, which is still 1 modulo 3 and 2 modulo 3. Therefore, the pinks have to be 3, 6, and 9. Which means you can never have a pink in one of these two cells, which means this also has to be pink. Right? This is pink and this is pink. Aha. That actually tells us a lot, which means this is pink because it's 3 away. Therefore, if it extended this way, all the way here, the problem is you would have 3 pinks in column... You would have 4 pinks, sorry, in column 2, which is not allowed because each set only has 3 digits in it. So this can never extend that way, therefore it must connect here, right? We don't know about these. So this cannot be pink. Well, actually, we know this can't be pink. These are green or orange, and this is green or orange, right? So this is 3, 6 for 9. This is 3, 6 or 9, which means it must be consecutive with 2, 4, 5, 7, or 8. We're not sure which. Okay, we also have 3 pinks already now in box 1, so the rest of the cells cannot be pink. So... These are 2 separate ones. Because these cannot be in the same set. So one of these is green, one of these is orange, which leaves the last ones remaining to be pink and orange, right? Because we already have 3 greens, because one of these two must be green, and we already have 2 other greens. So this must be pink or orange, and this is pink or orange. These must be specifically green or orange. And this is obviously green or orange, and these are green or orange. Oh, this connects. So therefore, this is orange. Wait, this doesn't connect. That breaks. Huh, that's a problem. Okay. Yeah, okay, well, there we go. We found out another thing. This cannot actually connect with this, because then that, yeah. Because then if it connects this way, this has to be orange, and then this would have to be pink. And then we would have 4 pinks in column 2 again. So it specifically cannot actually enter that way. So it has to turn there, which means this has to extend this way. Which means this is an orange then. This has to again be green or pink. Sorry, green or orange. This is green or orange. And this must be green or orange. Therefore, this is pink. Um, these are green or orange. So they always have to be next to pinks, right? So either that's a pink or that's a pink, either way. If it goes here... Okay, so either way, this has to connect with this, right? It either goes up, in which case that's a pink, that connects that way, because otherwise this goes here and goes nowhere. Or it goes here and then it connects up, obviously. So we know this connects and one of them is a pink, which would mean this would have to be green, which means this has to be orange. So now we know we have 2 greens here. One of these is green, one of these is green. That's a green, therefore this must be orange, because that's all that's remaining in column 2. Since there we have 3 oranges now, this cannot, therefore it cannot go this way for the modularity, it must go this way. So it goes here, then connects here. Therefore, this is pink. It must connect. It must be of the same length, so this is pink. And this must extend that way then, because it cannot continue that way. So this is not 5 or 7. This is not 5 or 7. We have 3 oranges in box 7. So the rest of the boxes cannot be orange. Therefore, this can't be orange. This is green. This can't be green. Therefore, it's orange, which means this is green. And this is orange, which makes this green. And this orange, which makes this green. All right? What's the last remaining cell here? It has to be green. So this is green then. This must connect either this way or this way, but this has to specifically be pink. So it cannot connect this way. I guess it could go something like this or connect that way too. This has to be green. This is pink or orange. This is pink or orange. And this is pink or orange. And this is pink or orange. The next, okay, this has to connect, has to continue this way at least, right? If it cannot go any further, you can't just go connect that way. So this then has to be not green, it's pink or orange. So we have 2 pink or oranges now. Actually, one of these is pink or orange, the other one's pink or orange. Therefore, we have 3 each in box 4. So therefore, what's this? This has to be a green. This pink, where can it go? It has to have an orange next, but it can't go there then. It can't go there. It has to go this way, and this has to be orange. So it must continue on here. We're not sure if it connects to this or not. This must connect to a green, so it could still go this way or this way. Those are still fine. These are also green or orange. Okay. This has to be pink or orange, right? Therefore, we know both of these are orange. Or sorry, one of these is orange, one of them is pink. Therefore, we have 3 oranges in column 4. So the rest of the column cannot contain orange. It must be green or pink specifically. That's fine. These must be opposites. Hmm. That doesn't tell us very much, unfortunately. Okay, and this cannot be 2 and 2, right? This dot cannot be the center of a segment that has 2 on each side. Because if it is, this would have to be pink, and this would have to be pink. And that's 4 pinks in row 9 then, which is not possible. So this must specifically go this way and this way, which means these are both pink. So this is pink, this is pink. This extends 2 on each side also, and then it turns. We're not sure which, though. So this is green or orange. This one doesn't have to turn. It could just continue. So it could go this way. Or this could connect, and this goes this way-ish, I guess. Hmm. So this one does not continue onto this. We have 3 pinks already in row 8, so the rest of the row cannot be pink, so it's green or orange, and these are green or orange. The next one here is a pink, but we're not sure which way it goes. Let's see. So this is 369 also. Hmm. Where do we go from here? Hmm. Um, if it connects that way, this is fine, right? Because then you have green, orange, pink, green, orange, pink. Yeah, that's fine. Green, orange, pink. Um, could go this way though. And this would be green, orange, pink, green, orange, pink, green, orange, and then pink somewhere. So one of these two is pink. That doesn't really tell us very much. This cannot continue here, but it could just go straight up. That's fine. Maybe. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. We know there's one each of green, orange, pink here. There's one of green, orange, pink here. And there has to be one of each of green, orange, and pink there. That doesn't really tell us much information. Must be blah blah blah. Hmm. So either this somehow connects to this end, or this has to somehow connect to that end. Is that, well, maybe not. It could just go connect to here, then connect to here, right? Hmm. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Hmm. What are the possibilities here? Hmm. This seems to be a lot, unfortunately. Again, this does work if it connects. That's fine, I guess. If it goes that way, then these both become green, right? Because this has to be green then orange. We would have three oranges already. This would be double green. That would be green. That would this would be double green. One of these would have to be green. So the rest of box 9 could not be green if that's the case. Which would mean this would have to be green. That's fine. Hmm. Huh. That's interesting. Hmm. This could well, the problem is it could go here too. So it could go any of these three directions. These are fine. Those are all fine. Um, though interestingly enough, if it went this way as green, it could not connect to this at all, right? It would have to go green or something like that, and then this would have to be green that way. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay, so what does happen if we go this way? If we go that way, this becomes green. Where does this connect to? It can't connect this way because then this would be green, green. But if it goes this way, this would also have to be green. And you would have four greens then in column 4, which is not possible. So this one does have to go either this way or this way. We're not sure which. Therefore, it could connect this way. What happens if it goes this way? So then this would be green here. This would have to go this way. So therefore, this would be orange. And it could not connect to here, then, if that's the case. So this would not be green. This would have to be orange, which would make this green and make this orange. And that breaks. Right? Because you had 3 greens here, therefore this couldn't be green. That would have to be orange. This would have to be the other set, which makes that green. This would have to be orange. But this cannot connect because then that would connect, and this would be orange in a set of 3 adjacent digits on the modular line. So then it cannot go that way. We know then it has to connect this way. Therefore, this cannot connect to here. This has to connect to something else. This is orange. Yeah, so this fits. This is either going down here or going to here. We're not sure which. Okay. This could go here, or it could go here. Either one works. Again, we can't go this way because then that becomes green, and then this would have to connect here, but then it just doesn't work because that's green. Or it goes that way, but then that would be 4 greens because this has to be green also. And if we tried going that way, that would be green, which would force this to be orange. Makes that green, makes that orange. This has to go that way, cannot connect here, because then that would be green, and therefore it would have to connect here. And that doesn't work, because then this would be orange. Okay. Pretty cool. Where else are we going? One of these is green. One of these is orange. Okay. So it goes that way. This cannot connect to this cell. But it still could go that way. That's fine. Or it could go that way and then connect there. Actually, can it? No, it cannot connect to here specifically. It cannot go that way, then connect. It could go maybe this way, then green, and then connect. Hmm. This must connect somehow to one of these, right? And if it goes this way, it would block everything. So it must somehow connect to here. So it could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It just can't go like boom, right? That's one thing we know. But it could be something like this, I guess. Like that. That works too. This can't connect to here specifically. It has to connect either through like that or whatever. This could go this way, right? Pink. Okay, so it cannot go here and then connect to here. Okay, so then I guess it could go some long way. It could go something like this. So this would be pink. One of these is pink. We know that for certain, but we don't know which one. Uh, so this could go down here. Then it would have to essentially go back up, right? if it does. It could just go straight up. Mm. So this cannot connect to that. If it's 1, this would have to go then this way, and then it could go either way in this part, right? So then this would be pink. Hmm. Um, if it does go this way, this would be pink, right? So say it went this way. This would have to be pink. It would have to connect somehow to here. I guess it doesn't have to be pink, right? It could just go something along the lines of like this, right? That could be the case. Something like that. Obviously, that's not gonna work. If it goes this way, that's interesting. Huh. Then this would be pink. The problem is this part has to get out then. So this one has to go up. So then this would have to go up here. And this could not connect that way because we already have a pink and a pink. This would have to be 1, 2, 3. If that goes that way. Or 1, 2, 3 specifically. So therefore, I think both of these have to be pink. If that is that the case. Yeah, how does this exit this way? It could be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's possible. So then this would be pink and pink. So this doesn't have to necessarily be 2 pinks here. Hmm. So this part can never connect to this way, right? This can never go here and connect that way because then it blocks this one. This eventually has to connect to this part, right? This specifically has to connect to this part. So because of that, we know the pattern then would be green, orange, pink. So this would have to be orange, and this would have to be pink, right? Which means this is orange, and this is pink. Right? Because it connected to this way, that wouldn't work. This couldn't go anywhere. So it has to connect to this part, which means it follows green, orange, pink. And therefore it'd be orange, pink, green. Orange, pink, green, orange, pink that way. So therefore this can't be pink. This has to be the orange. So it cannot go this way. Then it has to go this way. And therefore this is pink. So we have now a green and orange here. This is pink. It has to be next to an orange then, next. Um, hmm. This is green, so it could go that way. That's fine. Um, let's see. Hmm. So for this to be... Okay, so say this went this way then. If we went this way, that has to be green, right? So this cannot be pink then. This would be green, which would mean this is not green, so this is pink. One of these two is pink. Therefore, this would have to go something like... I guess it goes straight through. That's fine too. It could not... What it could not be, though, is this cannot go that way. It would have to go... Oops, not that far, but it would have to go there, which would make that pink. And therefore, I guess it could go something like this. That's possible too. This doesn't seem helpful. What about... Okay, so this could be going orange that way. There's another orange, so either one of these three could be orange. Okay, what happens if this goes this way specifically? Then this has to be pink. I guess it could just connect to here, huh? Interesting. Okay, where does this connect to? I mean, technically, this could go all the... Okay. This connects to this part here. The next one would be orange here, so it would have to go at least here to connect to here. So the problem then... Okay, so if it goes... Even if it goes like that, I guess, it's possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to connect there, right? Because this has to be orange. Whichever one has to be orange, and then it has to have two more. So this is the minimum. It either goes this way or it goes this way, right? If it goes this way... Oh, it cannot go this way. So say... Okay, if this line tried to go this way, then this way, the problem is you would have two pinks there, right? Because it can't be green. So this doesn't work. So therefore, this must go that way, which means this must go that way. So this has to be a green. It cannot be pink. This cannot be green. It's pink, therefore, and therefore one of these must be pink. So the remaining cells must be green or orange, because we then have three pinks there. This has to be green because of this set. It cannot connect directly here. This cannot connect to here. So this must continue on going that way to be orange. So this is orange. This cannot go that way, so it has to continue here. So this must be then pink. It cannot go this way, similarly, because this is green or orange, because it can't be pink or pink. Therefore, it must go here to be pink. And it cannot connect to this. So this has to be 1, essentially, either way. So this could connect here. It could connect here. We don't know. This one has to go down. So this one cannot be pink. It has to be green, which means this can't be green. So it has to be orange. This cannot connect to here. This must go then this way to be pink. This one has to connect somehow to here. And this one can only connect to here then. It could be orange, pink, but that doesn't work. So if it tried going this way, it doesn't work because then it be orange, pink, and then you can't have... Yeah, it's only 1. And then you have 2 pinks in a 3 adjacent span. Therefore, it just must go straight down. So it just has to go straight down, which means this is orange. This cannot be orange now. It has to be green, which means this can't be green. This is orange. This can't be orange. So this must be green. This can't be green, so this must be orange. And we have pink. And this cannot be 2. So it has to be either here. This one has to go up, which means this is a pink. And this one could go up or down. We're not sure which. Okay. So we have 3 pinks, and we have 1 green or orange here, which means the last one here is a green. So this, oh, well, we already knew it can't go that way. So it either connects here or it connects here as a pink. We're not sure which. So this is pink or orange, because we have 3 greens in row 4 already. This cannot connect here, obviously, so but it could go here. That's fine. This is green. We don't have any more pinks in column 7, so this must be green or orange. And this must be green or orange. This, what's remaining here? There's 1 pink and 1 green or orange. We're not sure which. Oh, this is 3 greens in row 7. So the rest of them must be pink or orange. This must be pink or orange. Pink or orange. We're not sure about this. What about this spot? How does this connect to here? It cannot connect to this part, right? Because if it connected this way, that would block this. So it must connect to this part, right? And therefore it goes pink, green, orange. So this has to be specifically green, orange, pink, right? So this cannot be orange. This is green. This can't be green then. This is orange. So it has to be green, orange, pink, which means it's next to, it has to go to another green. And it cannot go here because that can't be green. Therefore, it must continue on to here, which means this is green. This can't be orange. So this is green. We have 3 oranges actually, so therefore this can't be orange, so therefore that both of these are green. It cannot connect directly to the pink here, so it must go to the side, which means that is orange. So this is orange. It has to go to a pink, so therefore it must continue on. So this is a pink, and it must go here. Which means it must connect to a green now, which means this has to be green. This can't be orange here. This can't be green then because we have 3 greens in row 2. Can it extend this way? Then it would have to be green, orange, pink, green, orange, pink, but that can't work. So therefore, this must specifically go this way. Okay, so then that's there. This one has to connect down then, because we know it cannot. Well, it could go up. Never mind, it could go up. And this is then blocked. This has to specifically go that way. This could actually go. Oh, it needs to go to a green. And this can't be green, so it cannot go down. And if it tried going that way, then it would have to go to an orange, but then how does it connect with the loop again? So it does actually have to connect that way then. We have 2 greens. This can't be green. This has to be a green. So that's 3 greens. We have 3 greens now in column 9. So the rest cannot be green. Therefore, this can't be green. This must be orange, which means neither of these can be. We have 3 oranges in row 8. So this can't be orange, and this can't be orange. One of these is... 2 of these could be pink. Hmm. One of these is orange, one of these is pink. One of these is orange, one of these is pink. This is orange or pink also. So this cannot be green. Therefore, this is the last green. This is orange or pink. Okay, so we have the loop. We have various colorings. We just don't know what any of them are. Hmm. What else do we have? Hmm. I don't even know if I don't. This is a lot very complex for hard. I think this actually fits for me very hard because like you have to figure out what these numbers are now too, and it's pretty. I don't know. You have all the greens. One of could be two oranges and two pinks. One of these is orange. One of these is pink. Um, one of these is orange and one of these is pink. One of these is orange and two of these three are pink. Hmm. So we know 1 and 2 have to be one of these, and then 4, 8 has to be the other one. Hmm. I guess we just try them? Yeah, I think that's the only thing that we can really do. This can't be 3, 6, or 9. This has to be 5 or 7. Right. Oh, that's interesting. So this green can never be 5 or 7 then. It has to always be... Right. Where is the last remaining one that's not essentially part of the 1, 4 or the 2, 8? We know this one has to be. So then these remaining ones have to be 1, 2, 4, or 8. Um, we know one of these has to be 5 or 7, and one of these has to be a 5 or 7, but we're not sure which. The remaining orange one could be either here or here. We're not sure. Hmm. This has to be the remaining 5 or 7 here. Because we already have two oranges here. That must be 1, 2, 4, 8. Um. Hmm. Unfortunately, we don't know anything about these, right? These could be the exact same number. This could be the exact same number. So similarly there. This has to be a 1, 2, 4, 8 though. Because we know this is the 5 or 7 there. So this can't be the 5 or 7. Therefore, this must be the 5 or 7. This is the corresponding 5 or 7. Which means this can't be the orange 5 or 7. It has to be pink. Therefore, this can't be. This has to be. The corresponding 5 or 7 must be here. Wow. This is very complex. Interesting. So this must be 5 or 7 here. This can't be pink then. So we have 3 oranges here. These can't be orange. They're both pink. These are the 1, 2, 4, 8 oranges. We're not sure where the other ones are. One of these is the green 5, 7, but we're not sure where that is. This is 1, 2, 4, 8. This is the orange 1, 2, 4, 8. So one of these is 5, 7. One of these is 5, 7, but we're not sure which. This is the orange 5, 7. So this could still be orange. That means the orange 5, 7 has to be one of these cells. Yeah, it doesn't tell us very much. One of the green 5, 7s has to be one of these 2 cells. So this is 1, 2, 4. Okay, that tells us a decent amount. Right, this 5, 7 green one has to be here. Because it can't be this one, and the green can't be anywhere else. Therefore, this is 1, 2, 4, 8, which means the green 5, 7 has to be here. So this is the green 5, 7, which means this is 1, 2, 4, 8. This is 1, 2, 4, 8. Still could be either of these. The 5, 7 has to be one of these 2. Okay. This is 1, 2, 4, and 8. This is 1, 2, 4, and 8. Which one over here has to be 1, 2, 4, 8. So this is 5, 7. Okay. Which means this can't be 5, 7. So this is the 5, 7. This has to be 1, 2, 4, and 8. Which leaves. Well, we don't know which. This must be, again, 3, 6, or 9. And this specifically cannot be 1 because it has to be consecutive with this. So it could be 2 or 4 with 3, or 8 with 9. So this can't be 6. So we know this has to be 3, 6, or 9. This is 3, 6, or 9. So this can never be 4 then. This would have to be 4. If this is 1, 4, and 7, this would have to be the 4, and this would be 1. So this is 3, 6, and 9, which means this has to be a 3 or 9. Because a 6 has to be one of these 2. These are consecutive. So this is 3, 6, or 9. And these are consecutive. Okay. This one we're not sure. So, if this is 1, 4, 7, this has to specifically be 1. Right? So this can never be 1 then. Which means this can't be 2. So either this is 2, 1, or this is 1, 2 here. Okay. So this would be 1 and 7 specifically, if it's 1 and 7. What about this? This can never be 1. It could be 2 or 4 with 3, or 5 or 7 with 6, or 8 with 9, right? This is also 3, 6, or 9, so this is also 2, 4, 5, 7, or 8. This could still be 5 or 7. This could be 2, 4 also. It's aside from 1, 2, and 1, 8. Excuse me. So this can never be 2, because this would have to be 1 then, and if that's the case. Then this would be 4, 8. If this is 2, this would have to be 1, but then this couldn't be 1. So therefore this would have to be 1, which would be consecutive with the 3, 6, or 9, which is not possible. So this can never be 2, which means this can never be 8, right? If this were 8, this would force this to be a 2. So this can't be 8. This could still be 4, though. Actually, no, this still could be 2. This could be 2, 4. No, this can't be 2, 4. It's only 1, 2, or it's 4, 8, right? This is 1, 2, or 4, 8. This is 1, 2, or 4, 8. So this specifically has to be 1, 2, or 4, 8 there. Um, hmm. Um, I'm gonna pause. I need to do some. I need to go to the bathroom. So let me pause for a little bit. And we're back. Okay, let's continue with this puzzle. Um. Hmm. Okay, so the only clues we have. How did we know this one was? I think it was because of that one. Yeah, we knew this one couldn't be 5, 7. So this one had to be 1, 2, 4, 8, which made that 5, 7. Okay. Um. Hmm. Hmm. So whatever this digit is, okay. So let's start making A's, B's, C's, D's. Whatever this digit is has to be one of these two digits. So it cannot be this one. So whatever this digit is cannot be there. It's one of those two. So it can't be here. So it's one of these two. So it can't be here and it can't be here. So it must be this one. Oh, interesting. Right, can't be this one because of this A. It can't be this one because of this A. Therefore, it has to be that one, which means it can't be this one. So it's one of these two. Okay. Which means this has to be an A. Okay, so this is 12. This is 1, 2, 4, 8, and this has to be the 5 or 7 then. So this is 5 or 7. This can't be A. This is 5 or 7. This is 5 or 7. So therefore, this has to be A, which makes this A also. So this cannot be A. Therefore, this is an A. We have A, A, A. These can't be A's. Therefore, where is the A in box 3? It must be here. So this is an A, which means this can't be A, which forces this to be A. So again, this can't be A. This can't be A. This has to be A. So we have all the A's now. And these are the corresponding B's, right? So this must be B, which means this can't be B. So therefore, this must be B also. Which makes this the 5 or 7. This can't be B, so this must be 5 or 7. This has to be the B, and therefore this has to be B, which makes this the B, which makes this B, right? B can no longer be here. B has to be here, here, here. Where is the B? So this has to be the B. This can't be B. This has to be B. This is the 5, 7 then. Okay, so then B would be also in a one consecutive with this digit. A is only consecutive with 3 or 9, and I believe it has to be 2, 4, 8. So therefore, this can't be 6. So therefore, 3, 6, or 9 is one of these two, right? Because this is 2, 4, 8 again. What about these? So we're going to label this C and D. So this will be C, which means D has to be one of those two, which forces this to be C. This can't be C, so therefore this is C. This can't be C, so therefore that's C. This can't be C here or here, but this could potentially. This can't be C. This has to be D. So this can't be D, so this must be D, which makes this D. Which forces this to be C. Therefore, this cannot be C. This has to be the D, which means D cannot be here. So D has to be here, which forces this to be C. So A is in a 1-to-2 ratio with C and with D. Therefore, we know, and this is A also. So this has to be then 2 or 4. Since this is 2 or 4, that can only be consecutive with 3. So this is 3, which means this can't be 3. We have a 6, 9, 6, 9 pair in row 7, which eliminates 6 or 9 of the rest of the row. Therefore, this is 3. This can no longer be 3. So A is either... So A is either 2 or 4. Right? A is either 2 or 4, which means D... D specifically has to be 1 or 8, then. So D has to be 1 or 8, because we know this is 1, 2, or it's 4, 8. And in that case. B... cannot be 2 or 4. So if the greens are 2 mod 3, B has to be 8. If the greens are 1 mod 3, green has to be 1. So therefore C has to be also 2 or 4. So C is 2 or 4. And A is 2 or 4 also. B is 1 or 8. So B has to be consecutive with 3, 6, or 9. Well, 1 is not consecutive with any of those, so therefore B must be 8. Which means A has to be 2, because they're both green. So A is 2, this is 2 then, this is 2, which means this is 2 and 1. This has to be 8 and 4. C then is therefore 4, and D must be 1. 8 is only consecutive with 9, so therefore this is 8 and 9. This has to be 2 and 3 also. These can't be 3, so we have a 6, 9, 6, 9 pair in column 5. That eliminates 6 and 9 from the rest of the column, which makes this a 3. This cannot be 3. This cannot be 2, 4, or 8, so it must be a 1. This can't be 2, 4, 8, so this must be 1. This must be specifically... So this can't be 4 here, so this must be 7, which makes this a 4, which makes that 7. The oranges are 1 mod 3, so this must be 7, this must be 7. These have to be 5. So this is a 5, this is a 5, this is a 5, this is a 5. This is a 7, this is a 7. So now we're missing, this has to be a 5. This is a 5 from what's remaining. We have all the greens, I believe. We have all the, we don't have all the oranges. That's a 7. This cannot be 7, so this has to be, it can't be 4, so this must be, this must be 1, which makes this a 7, which makes this 7. This has to be 4. This can no longer be 1, so this is not orange. This has to be pink, which means this can't be pink, so this is orange, which leaves, this must be a 1. We have 3 oranges in column 8, so this cannot be orange. This must be pink, which means this can't be pink. This is orange, which means this is the last orange, so that's a 4. And now we have to fill in the 3 6s and 9s. So this can't be 9. This can't be 3, so this must be 6, which makes this a 3. This can't be 9 or 6 here, so this must be 3. This can't be 3. 9 cannot be either of these two, so it must be this one, which makes this a 6, which makes that 9, which makes that 6. This cannot be 3 or 6, so this must be 9, which makes that 6, and this is a 9. This is just normal Sudoku now. So this is 9, this is 6. This has to be 9, which makes that a 6. This has to be 3 or 6, but this can't be 3, so this is 6, this is 3. This has to be 9. This is 3 now, so this can't be, that's 3 in the corner. This can't be 3 or 9, so this is 6. This has to be 3 then, which makes that 9, and that's a 6. And that's how you solve it. Yeah, I would not consider this hard. I would consider this very hard. Just to even get the modular loop, there was a lot of steps that were required to get there, right? Figuring out that what you had to go was one way, then the other way, right? Where like this one had to go down here, it could not can't speak. Could not connect to here because then there would have to be like 4 purples in this column. Yeah. I would consider this very hard, but anyways, I hope you didn't find this too hard, but I hope you enjoyed the solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.